Hello, hello, hello. Let's go look new Reddit story.
Men, what did you find out about women when you got a girlfriend? All right, Reddit. Strap in, because I wasn't ready either. So here's what a decently average 29-year-old guy who'd spent most of his 20s as a solo adventurer, learned when I finally landed a girlfriend. We'll call her Jess, short, chaotic, glasses that make her look way too smart, and a voice that could make an audiobook out of a parking ticket sound like Shakespeare. 1. Y'all don't use 10% of your skincare products. You use all of them. When Jess moved in, I cleared out a whole shelf in my bathroom thinking, yeah, she can keep her toothbrush and maybe a lotion or two here. Rookie mistake. Within a week, the shelf was filled. By week 2, there was a skincare tower. Toners, serums, masks that looked like horror movie props, mists. Why are there mists? And something called snail mucin, which I'm still trying to emotionally process. And it's not just about having them. There's an order, a ritual. Double cleansing, exfoliating, but not every day, hydrating, sealing. It's like preparing a fine meal, but for your face. 2. She communicates with sounds. Before Jess, I thought conversations were words. Sentences. Turns out, MMM can mean yes, no, maybe, or I don't feel like talking but I'm acknowledging you. A single ugh can translate to I'm frustrated, I'm hungry, or you forgot the thing again. And don't get me started on the sigh. Every man who's been in a relationship knows the one I'm talking about. It's the sound that makes your soul evacuate your body, because you know you've done something wrong. You just don't know what yet. 3. Fine doesn't mean fine. Do whatever you want doesn't mean do whatever you want. Nothing's wrong means something is wrong. I thought I was fluent in English. I have a degree. I write reports at work. But this woman came into my life and shattered all language comprehension I thought I had. Jess speaks a dialect of emotional contextual English, where words mean entirely different things depending on the mood, weather, and the last 5 things I said. I learned to listen between the words. Took me 3 misunderstandings and 1 very awkward dinner with her mom to finally grasp that I don't care what we eat does not mean I can pick wings 3 times in a row. 4. She remembers everything. I once said I liked her hair a certain way, just a throwaway comment during brunch one Saturday. A year later, she pulls her hair into that style and casually says, "You like it like this, right?" I had no idea I had that level of power or that she was quietly stockpiling data like the NSA. But here's the kicker. She also remembers what I said on March 18th during a casual drive about whether or not pineapple belongs on pizza. And if I dare contradict that opinion now, she will quote me verbatim. 5. There is no such thing as I don't care where we eat when she's hungry. She will say, I don't care, while scrolling through her phone, but if I suggest the wrong place, she'll suddenly care a lot. There's a Goldilocks zone of suggestions. Not too fast food not too pricey, and it better not be somewhere we've already gone twice in a month. The thing is, she often doesn't know what she wants, but she knows what she doesn't want, which is every option I provide. I once made a spreadsheet. She laughed for 15 minutes straight and then used it every Friday night for a month. 6. She thinks in entire universes. Like, I'll say, I'm thinking of getting a new phone. And suddenly she's like, well, if you get that one, we'll need a new charger for the car, and that might mean getting a different mount, and then we'll have to rearrange the center console so your sunglasses don't get scratched because of where the new cord will run. I was just thinking about upgrading my phone, Jess. You're out here designing NASA control rooms. 7. Her hair has its own calendar, laws, and mood swings. I used to think women just woke up, brushed their hair, maybe curled it if they were feeling fancy, and went about their day. But no, Jess's hair routine is a full-blown event. Wash days are scheduled like military operations. Some days it's too humid for a middle part. Other days she can't go out because her curls are still settling. She owns more hair tools than I have power tools. Some make noise, some look medieval, and I swear one of them is a weapon from Elden Ring. Oh, and I touched her wet hair once. Once. Never again. 8. Background TV is a real thing. Jess can put on a Netflix show she's watched 6 times before, turn the volume down to whisper levels, and still somehow know exactly what's happening. All while working on her laptop, texting her friend about someone named Hannah, and eating chips with surgical precision. I watched New Girl with her one night and couldn't keep up with the dialogue. She quoted the jokes before the characters said them. I was still trying to figure out who Schmidt was, and she was already crying at a scene 3 plot arcs ahead. 9. She's somehow always cold, but refuses to admit it until her entire skeleton starts shivering. It's July. It's 85 degrees outside. We're inside. AC is set to a modest 72. She's wrapped in a blanket burrito, with socks pulled up past her knees, clutching a mug of tea like she's powering it with her soul. Me. You want me to turn the AC off? Her. No, I'm fine. Proceeds to sit 6 inches from the oven while I bake lasagna. 10. Pillows are not for sleeping. I used to have 2 pillows on my bed. Just 2. Now, we have 9. 9. A small army of square, fuzzy, sequin-encrusted troops that serve no discernible function except to be flung off the bed every night, and then carefully replaced each morning like we live in a home goods commercial. One of them is shaped like a star. One says "Be kind" in gold cursive. One is made of a material I can only describe as disco cat. I'm not allowed to squish that one. I tried. Once. 11. Women talk in layers. A story about work isn't just a recap. It's a whole narrative experience. Jess will start with, "So today at work," and I'm like, "Cool, a 3-minute story." No, my friend. We're going to detour into Janet's lunch choice, the way Kevin blinked too much during the meeting, the suspicious tone in an email, and the emotional subtext of a Slack emoji. By the end, I know everyone's emotional arc, what color blouse they wore, and exactly how many times the copier jammed. And I love it, because for 30 minutes, she's letting me into her world. A world way more colorful, layered, and hilarious than mine. 12. You don't just get her. You get the group chat. When Jess is upset, I've learned to assume that 5 other women already know before I do. Her best friends have a literal council, a wisdom circle, a secret digital tribunal that helps her process every "what did he mean by that" moment. If I say something dumb, I can almost hear her phone vibrate as she types. OMG, you guys, listen to this nonsense. That group chat is undefeated. They've helped her pick outfits, solve moral dilemmas, decode my texts, and once, I swear, they collectively decided what we should eat for dinner. Honestly, I could keep going forever, but let me wrap this up. Being with a woman is like discovering an entire hidden level of life. It's colorful, complex, emotional, chaotic, cozy, exasperating, and endlessly surprising. Jess didn't just move into my apartment. She moved into my worldview and rearranged the furniture of how I thought relationships worked. And yeah, sometimes I'm still clueless. Sometimes I mess up and say the wrong thing or forget to read the emotional subtitles. But then she laughs, ruffles my hair, and says, "You're learning," like I'm some particularly dumb golden retriever. So yeah, that's what I found out when I got a girlfriend. Also, snail mucin really does make your skin glow. Don't knock it till you try it.